The Bills beat the Steelers yesterday,
Yes.
Sunday Night Football, and I don't know. There's two takes on this, two ways people want to look at it. People either say the Bills are for real and they can make a run, or the Steelers are pretenders.
Bro, I'm gonna say one thing, bro. The Steelers are the biggest frauds in the NFL, man.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this. Like, we're gonna talk about how worried we are about the Steelers next segment. But this one is about the Bills. Do you think that the Bills have what it takes to make it out the AFC? Do you think that people should be taking them more seriously than they have before?
The only reason why I will say no is we've never seen Josh Allen like in the playoffs shine. Last year they came out first game, first drive against the Texans. They'd run that trick play. Josh Allen scores a touchdown. They're rolling. They're up 2 scores, and then they go to blow the game. Like now, like someone like a team that's like playing them, they're gonna say no matter how much we're down, we got a shot against the Bills. Like it all comes down to how sold are you on Josh Allen, because their defense is without a doubt solid, good defense, one of the best in the league. Tre'Davious White,
He's still there, yeah.
Yeah, amazing corner. I love him. Their D line is vicious. I like their linebackers. I think they can keep up with some tight ends in the league. Like, but their offense, like, can Josh Allen keep making these plays? Like, he's got his guy in Stephon Diggs. You know, like, since the beginning of the year, they didn't hesitate to feed him and get him yards and, get the ball in his hands and let him make plays. But it's like, I don't know, man. Can Josh Allen really keep playing like this? Like, he's playing like a dog.
Your question is how far they go depends on Josh Allen, if you believe in him or not.
I think so.
I believe in Josh Allen, man. I do. I mean, 28 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. This is the best season of his career by far. He's developed so much
100%.
under Brian Dable, the offensive coordinator. I think all Josh Allen needed was a number 1 wide receiver. Last year, he showed these flashes, too, with Cole Beasley and John Brown. Now, Stephon Diggs is there. Not only is he a 1,000-yard receiver already, but Cole Beasley's about to crack 1,000 as well. He's been phenomenal off the slot for them.
Last couple of games, he's been playing really well.
Yeah, and I just think that Josh Allen is going to be phenomenal. The defense, last year they were one of the best, if not the best. This year they took a step back, but they're finding their groove again. They dealt with
definitely
some injuries early on. They're finding their groove again.
Getting hot at the right time.
The only thing that worries me about the Bills is their running game. That's it. Right here, their second leading rusher on the team is Josh Allen with 350 yards.
That's a problem.
I think Singletary only has like 600 yards rushing. Like, they don't have a premier rushing attack. And in the playoffs, that's what you need.
The ball, bro.
Yeah, teams that usually win in the playoffs outside of Kansas City Chiefs, because they're an anomaly, are teams that run the ball well and teams that play elite defense.
Exactly.
The Bills aren't playing elite defense right now. They're playing good defense, but they're not playing elite defense, and they don't have a running game. It's going to have to depend on Josh Allen. The Bills allow a lot of yards. The Bills allow a lot of yards, but they're 21st in takeaways. Like, they have 21 takeaways this year. That's 4th in the NFL.
That's big.
So they allow yards, but they get the ball back.
Yeah.
They get the ball back. I believe in Josh Allen. I mean, last year their schedule was ridiculously easy. The Buffalo Bills schedule was. And that's why a lot of people said they made the playoffs. But this year, notable wins. They beat the Dolphins. They beat the Rams. They beat the Raiders. They beat the Seahawks. They beat the Steelers. The teams that they lost to were the Chiefs, the Titans, and the Cardinals off a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
And they should have won that game.
Word.
So they have notable wins against great teams, playoff caliber teams.
Definitely, yeah.
Outside of the Chiefs, I don't see a team that can beat them in the playoffs, or I see any team outside of the Chiefs, I can see the Bills winning that game.
It's just like, do you trust Josh Allen to throw the ball 35 plus times a game?
I do. I think Josh Allen is different from other dual threat quarterbacks.
You just said, they don't got a run game. And they the narrative of the playoffs in the NFL is, can you run the ball successfully to set up your play action and your passing and all that. So, if he's been showing it this year. Like, he's definitely improved since last year. He's playing with his chip on his shoulder right now, especially after last night. He came and wanted to make a statement. He said, this is all business right now. We're gonna get this win. We're going back home on to the next.
Mm-hmm.
And he did that. And like low scoring game, whatever. Like he got it done against who some people might say is one of the best teams in the NFL right now. But like to make it out of the AFC is gonna be tough. They could definitely go far.
And they didn't even start off good against the Steelers.
No,
it was the second half that they really exploded.
And like I'm not gonna lie, Stephon Diggs in the playoffs though, he is like a premier player. Like he's shown it.
Minnesota Miracle.
He's shown it. You know what I'm saying? Like he's been in moments. He's done it. Like I would say like he's a vet in the league now. He's been in the playoffs a few times. He's been in big moments against the Saints. Like he wasn't. Was he on the team last year when they beat?
Yeah,
the
he
Saints?
was. Yeah, he was.
Beat the Saints again last year in the playoffs. So it's like he's been there beating good teams in the playoffs. So it's like to have that kind of guy in your locker room is good, especially to be there for your quarterback who hasn't been in a lot of big playoff games and has blown leads in the playoffs. So that is going to be good. Like that's going to be a safety valve. But what's going to suck is teams know that. Teams know like Stephon Diggs is going to be their number one guy. So now we're going to take him away. So like if you take away Stephon Diggs, I don't think Josh Allen is going to like, thrive and like find everybody else to like get you that game. And if you take away Stephon Diggs, you can't even run the ball. Like Singletary is.
He has some good games, but I classify him more as a receiving back. The thing
with
me
Zachary
is
Moss either. Like I don't. Really.
The thing with me is that I think if you take away Stephon Diggs, I think Cole Beasley is good enough to win one-on-one matchups, especially out of the slot.
Yeah, definitely.
I think John Brown is good enough, and their rookie Gabriel Davis has really showed out. I'm not sure if John Brown is injured right now. That's why I don't want to mention him completely because I don't know if he's injured or not.
I haven't really heard his name lately.
Yeah, because I haven't seen him play, so he might be injured. He might not be. If you guys know, comment it. But, yeah, I do believe in Josh Allen, but we're going to have to see in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. My opinion of him is going to determine how he plays in the playoffs this year. Because regular season, he's been playing like he's the top quarterback right now in the league. You can't say that he isn't.
Mm-hmm.
So playoffs is really going to determine like what people think of him this year, I feel like.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Rodgers and Mahomes having ridiculous years, he might be at the top of the MVP conversation right now if it wasn't for them.
Mm-hmm. Those are the top guys
in the league.
Yeah.
But last year they had off years. Like Mahomes had an off year, so did
coming off that
Rodgers. For them, off years for them. It was still like great years for everybody else.